argument, Neil Dowdy for Righthand Man. Graham Bradley, his first ride since the Hennessy Gold Cup and suspension. 5 is Sailor's Return, Peter Scudamore. 6, Nicky Tam, Andrew Stringer. 8 is Phil the Fluter, Phil Tuck. 9, Narvik, Tony Charlton. And 12, Pennine Derrick, with James O'Neill putting up £1 overweight at Tonstone 1. They're in the paddock. First we see the Dickinson hat-trick bidder, Righthand Man, as we join Richard Tickler.
Thank you, Julian. Yes, and what a nice horse this is. He's had a few hiccups, though, this season earlier on, interrupting his winning sequence. I'm afraid he hit the floor twice. He fell on one occasion at Stratford-on-Avon. Robert Earnshaw rode him that day. And then he had the misfortune to be brought down next time at Leicester. Also, Robert Earnshaw riding him on that occasion. Well, today, Graham Bradley, you can see smiling there, pleased to be back, because Graham, I can assure you, not only is a very good jockey, but he's a very nice fellow too. And his 2-month suspension, I hope, is well behind him now. And let's hope he can get down to riding some good winners and wiping that memory right out. Well, this horse is a very useful horse indeed, but it is a good race. He's by Proverb, Stallion in Ireland, who's very popular and getting a lot of winners. Sometimes they take just a little while to mature, but I've seen a couple of nice 3-year-olds that have come on by him, and very much a stallion to be sought after. Well, this was a winner last time out at Catterick. I wonder if he'll complete the hat-trick today.
There is Midnight Love, the horse who was just feet away from disaster on Tuesday, just a feet away from the Grey Bomber when he was electrocuted in that freak accident at Bishop Auckland. And they're under orders and off for the Selby handicap chase. And Nicky Tam it is who goes into the lead, and they look sure to be a good gallop here, because Nicky Tam's made all the running in both of his successes this season, and so too has Phil the Fluter made all in his 2 successes here. But it's Nicky Tam who in fact is taking him along at a real good gallop for a 3-mile contest. Narvik is 2nd and Phil the Fluter 3rd, and Sailor's Return is 4th and Midnight Love 5th, and Righthand Man is 6th, and Pennine Derrick, and last of all is Final Argument. A long run round to the first of 18 fences as they straighten out on the far side, and Nicky Tam making this a real good gallop from Phil the Fluter on the outside of Narvik. And what a refreshing contrast to several recent big events. And what a jump by the leader there. And they're all over it, with Nicky Tam the leader from Phil the Fluter and Narvik. Then I got back to Sailor's Return and Midnight Love. Midnight Love racing for the first time in over 12 months, and a Gold Cup entry too. And this is the first ditch. The leader's all over, and they all jump it well, with Final Argument jumping it at last place. Nicky Tam from Narvik and Phil the Fluter as they jump the water, and Phil the Fluter jumped that very big. Midnight Love jumps it in 4th place, and Sailor's Return 5th, and Righthand Man, who's on a Dickinson hat-trick, in 6th, and Final Argument, and Pennine Derrick as they jump the 4th, and all over that. Nicky Tam still from Phil the Fluter on the outside of Narvik, then Midnight Love on the outside of Sailor's Return, and Righthand Man, Final Argument, and Pennine Derrick as they jump the 5th. All jumping well at present as they sweep round the top turn for the first time. Michael Dickinson on a hat-trick, and also in the event of success here would top the 200,000 winner mark, a £200,000 stake money mark in the season. Nicky Tam from Phil the Fluter and Narvik. And much closer now is Righthand Man, that's on the outside of Sailor's Return. Then Midnight Love, who's lost a bit of ground, Pennine Derrick, and last of all, Final Argument, as they face up to the second open ditch. Nicky Tam, Narvik on the inside, the 1980 Welsh Grand National winner. Phil the Fluter, who's on a Wetherby hat-trick here, closest to us as they jump that. Then Sailor's Return and Righthand Man. Righthand Man, who was beaten in a photograph in the first race here at Wetherby, this day's racing 12 months ago. But is so far unbeaten in every steeplechase in which he's completed the course. Nicky Tam from Narvik, Phil the Fluter. On the inside, Final Argument's much closer now. And Sailor's Return and Pennine Derrick, Midnight Love and Righthand Man, but they're all very close. In fact, Pennine Derrick just last as they jump the 8th, but no more than 7 or 8 lengths between first and last. Nicky Tam from the blink of Narvik, Phil the Fluter on this side, Final Argument on the far side, Sailor's Return in the centre of the course, and Righthand Man as they jump that. And Midnight Love just clipped the top of the fence, but no serious mistake. And certainly 7 or 8 lengths would encompass the field as they pass the stands. Nicky Tam from Narvik, Phil the Fluter, Final Argument, Righthand Man, then Midnight Love, the last two Sailors Return, and Pennine Derrick. Just under a mile and a half left to run, and it's been a good, even gallop the whole way. And here, Nicky Tam still leads from Phil the Fluter, who won here on Boxing Day and at the subsequent meeting. Then Narvik in third. Then Righthand Man, who's closer now, Midnight Love and Final Argument. Then Peter Scudamore on Sailor's Return, who's just going past Final Argument. Last of all, Pennine Derrick. This will be the 10th, and Phil the Fluter moving up on the outside to dispute it with Nicky Tam as they come to jump it. And a great jump by both the leaders there. They really flew it, with Phil the Fluter just shading Nicky Tam, then Narvik in third. They're almost denied. Midnight Love is now fourth, and Righthand Man fifth, then Final Argument, and Sailor's Return, and Pennine Derrick as they jump the third ditch. And all over that, with Pennine Derrick just pecking a little bit on landing. Phil the Fluter on the outside of the other joint leader, Nicky Tam, then Narvik as they jump the water. Righthand Man's a lot closer now on the outside, then Midnight Love and Sailor's Return, then Final Argument and Pennine Derrick as they race down the far side, and this is the sixth last. All over it, and Pennine Derrick just losing ground at the back now, but Righthand Man a good jump right up on the outside into third place as they sweep up towards the fifth last, the last on the far side. And now it's Phil the Fluter and Narvik just edging clear from the third horse, the long-time leader, Nicky Tam. Close behind those is Righthand Man as they sweep left-handed at the top of the course. Narvik and Phil the Fluter now going flat to the boards. Midnight Love, who's moved right up into to dispute third place with Righthand Man. And Nicky Tam has completely lost his place and is being pulled up as they sweep into the straight. And it's Phil the Fluter on the outside of Narvik. Narvik on the inside with a noseband. Righthand Man going smoothly in third. Midnight Love running a terrific first race of the season. Then Sailor's Return and Final Argument. But it's Phil the Fluter who's clear as they come into the last ditch. Phil the Fluter over from Righthand Man, and Midnight Love a faller there. Midnight Love is down as they come to the third last. And it's Phil the Fluter being pressed now by Righthand Man. In third place is Narvik, and Pennine Derrick's pulled up as they jump the third last, and in the air together with Righthand Man and Phil the Fluter, and these two are clear now from Sailor's Return in third, and Narvik is fourth as they come to the second last. Righthand Man and Phil the Fluter. Righthand Man by half a length from Phil the Fluter, and that clear from Sailor's Return and Narvik, and coming down to the last. Righthand Man on the stand side, Phil the Fluter and Phil Tuck fighting back on the far side. It's all on to the last fence. Righthand Man's over from Phil the Fluter. Righthand Man's the cleaner jumper, and now he goes 2-3 lengths clear. It's going to be a hat-trick for Michael Dickinson and the 200,000 winner mark. At the line, it's going to be Righthand Man by 5 lengths. Righthand Man wins it. Phil the Fluter is second. In third place is going to be Sailor's Return, and then Narvik. And those are the only four to finish. The result of the Selby handicap chase, a win for number 4, Righthand Man, owned by Mrs. Muriel Haggis, trained by Michael Dickinson and ridden by Graham Bradley. And what a comeback for him, his first ride since the Hennessy. Second number 8, Phil the Fluter, owned by Mr. R. Poppleton, trained by Harry Wharton and ridden by Phil Tuck. And third number 5, Sailor's Return, owned by Mrs. S. Tainton, trained by David Nicholson and ridden by Peter Scudamore. The fourth horse and only other finisher was number 9, Narvik. So what an outcome. The 200,000 winner, 200,000 pound winner mark for Michael Dickinson, and a winning comeback for Graham Bradley. One of the turning points of the race, Midnight Love's fall at the fourth last, his rider just on his knees, but there he is. We can see the vital stages of the race again now with Richard.
And at this stage, what a superb race Midnight Love had run. You can see Phil the Fluter, who jumped well, still nicely in front, but the danger was going to be there from Righthand Man. But what a terrible fall there for Chris Grant. The horse didn't actually fall, but he came off and was galloped on then by Final Argument. But there you can see him still prostrate. Let's hope that he does get up. As they go to the second last, Phil the Fluter being joined then by Righthand Man. And although there's a little bit of weight difference between them, the result never looked in danger from this point for me. Narvik blinking for the first time on the right of the picture, just dropping back to fourth place. And Sailor's Return, who'd been under pressure for a very long time, running on. But as they go to the last, it is only a two-horse race. What must Graham Bradley be thinking now? His last ride was a winner in the Hennessy Gold Cup, 2 months mucking out and riding out, and now here he comes to the last fence, asks for a big one and gets it. Well, you can see that this improving young horse goes on to win his 4th race of the season, and young Graham Bradley, their hands and heels, kicks him out. This is a very good young jockey. You're going to see a lot of him in the future, and I certainly would never be afraid to back anything he was riding, because he is as good as any of his animals. In second place, Phil the Fluter running another game race.